jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side official. No negotiation needed. Period. You already know. The first in the building. Stick 'em boys, fishing and sports on deck. Salute WCS and the chat fam. Salute to you, man. Mr. International Toby Bartlett is in the building. Salute WCS and the hottest chat on the YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. It's always better than being just local. You already know where we at with it. So for those of you, as I always put it out there, right? Shout out to the ones that's in the workforce. It's Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Blessings to you all that's able to have a job, support yourself, a way of living, income, you know, support you, your family, relatives, friends, whatever your responsibilities. Salute to y'all. Salute to the ones that are humble. You know what I'm saying? That has a luxury lifestyle, but yet understand how they got there. You know what I'm saying? And don't try to look down on others just because you may feel that they're not at the level that you're claiming to be. Salute to y'all. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Jay on deck, what's good with it, bro? I see you. So we're going to take a review of Ryan Garcia, The Breakfast Club. Just some snippets, sound bites. It's been one of those several weeks, you know what I'm saying, on the grid where the news just haven't been adding up the way we like. You know, Canelo's been tripping us out, talking about he want Edgar Berlanga. We can't understand why he would want Edgar Baloney. You know, as easy as it seemed like he can beat him based off his performance against McCrory. And then you have Haney McGee. A lot more people, you know, they would say that would be a tougher fight for Canelo because he's willing to go in there and take more risk, you know, and use his left and right cheekbone, jawline, nose, both of his eyes and his forehead as a defensive shield. I'm just saying based off what I've seen. And then for Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, the press conference in NYC popped off. It's been well documented that Ryan Garcia is not feeling well about this. He feels that the fight should be in Vegas to basically maximize the revenue, the potential revenue in having it over there. And also, he believes more of his fans, the Mexican-American fans, the pretty boy fans, whatever you want to call it, will be more encouraged to come out there and see him fight. And then also, you know, with Devin Haney, he is a resident out there. They know the Haneys out there in Vegas. But this is the way I see it. It doesn't seem like Devin Haney is protesting. I don't think he really cares one way or the other. He is the champion. I think he just wants to be fairly compensated and to go in there and contend and defend his belt. Whereas Garcia is trying his best to prove to the people that he is a big name. You know what I'm saying? All the accoutrements that he brings to the table, he's trying to convince us that he's level changed since Tank Davis. The wild part about it is that Garcia says that that wasn't his best fight. He wasn't at his best against Tank Davis. But yet, he keep on using that fight to justify where he's at right now. You know, like he's this new star based off a loss. I don't get it. Like you said, Tank beat you when you wasn't at your best because you had to adhere to all the weight and all the dang restrictions that he had for you in the contract. So I don't know how you can try to sell this. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to sell this lemon to the crowd to face Devin Haney as if to say, I wasn't at 100% when I fought Tank at that weight, but yet I'm gonna be at a whole different level when I fight Haney at 140. And we've watched you have a fight at 140. Forget Star-Kissed. No, we're not talking about Star-Kissed tuna. We're talking about Duarte. Duarte, you look pretty okay. You know what I'm saying? But you was doing some things in there that made us believe that you was working as a part-time contortionist. Real talk. There's some things in there that was making me scratch my forehead. You know what I'm saying? Until the white meat. Because I didn't know who was teaching you this shit. I didn't know if you had like a private like side gig that you had for kids where you was trying to do some circus acts, some panhandling, or some backwards flips, some contortionists, ventriloquists. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but you was turning your back. It just looked odd to me, and like I tell people, if he thinks he's going to do that against Devin Haney, he may walk up out of there with no kidneys, or they have to put him on dialysis until someone's able to donate some kidneys to him. Because for 12 rounds, how are you going to go in there and do that? We'll get back to that later. They had the presser. The presser was, out of a numeric 1 through 10, 1 being the highest. I'm looking in, for satisfying me. You know what I'm saying? 1 being the highest. 10 is definitely not a number that I can stop at when I'm saying I was disappointed. Real talk. The press conference just didn't entice me the way it's supposed to. I was looking for more trash talking. Like I said before, I was looking for them to practice. I was looking for them to come in there with some more vigor. You know what I'm saying? Some insults. I was looking for the venom. That's all. I wanted you to take us away from what we were assuming to begin with. And that was that neither one of y'all can trash talk. That's all I was trying to do. That's all WCS was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, P? How you feeling? Shout out to my guy, Carlos Rosado, in the building. What's good with it, Carlos? How you feeling, man? But I want to get to this right quick. This audio, but not until I speak on what Devin Haney said. Devin Haney was in an interview where he's claiming that Ryan Garcia was consuming alcohol. His breath smelled like there was some sign of alcohol usage, allegedly. I don't know how to take this. I could go a lot of different angles. Being that he's over there training with Diddy James, he might have linked up with Spence, and they might have had a night out in town, and Spence was telling him, hey, man, if you want to live out of pocket with me, man, this is how I can give you the goddamn whole pamphlet, the introductory pamphlet to how we do it over here in Texas, man. But then on the other hand, I want to take it serious because I don't want to just hear one side of the story. It might have been some mouthwash. I don't know, but Devin Haney claims that Ryan Garcia, an alcoholic, saying he drinks a lot. That is a very, very poignant accusation, y'all. I'm talking about that's very, very telling. You know what I'm saying? To come up on a fight of this magnitude and to think that a lot of people believe that Errol Spence was under the influence of something when he fought Crawford, and to head into this fight with the fighter that's over there training with Derrick James, and for Devin Haney to make those alcoholic accusations. You know, now we got to ensure that we remember and bookmark points like this, because maybe Devin Haney is on to something, maybe not, but he put it out there. He said he smelt it. Why would he make that accusation? Is he just reaching? Is he just trying to build up the suspense? Is he trying to just make it seem like, well, you know, Ryan Garcia is not focused heading to this fight? You know, just kind of cloud the minds of those who might be betting on the fight, or just trying to put a little bit of confusion in there to say, who you going to bet on? You going to bet on Haney, or you going to bet on Garcia? Well, Haney said Garcia, you know, he loves alcohol. Oh, shit, I'm going to bet on Haney. You never know, man. Just to build up the intrigue of the fight. I hope it's not true, though. We don't need any freaking excuses for this. We don't need any excuses. But I want to get to the Breakfast Club. Shout out to the Breakfast Club. And I have to put this out there because, you know, people always want to report your channel. You know what I'm saying? Put the content disclaimer out there. I'm going to use some audio bites from Breakfast Club. Okay? And this is the Ryan Garcia interview that he had. He making his rounds. He was rocking that Gucci. Okay? And I'm not going to show the video itself, because if we did take a look at it, outside of it being reported, I don't want a lot of you all that tune into the channel to see Derrick James and the glare that was coming off his head and give you all cataracts. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody being injured or anything by looking at this video, so I'm just gonna play the audio. Okay? So you can really just get a audio instead of a visual. Okay, let's get it.
Mm-hmm. So does that fight play out differently at 140 with you and Tank?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now I got strength and my brain is there. Like when you're super dehydrated, you can't even think. Just like, fuck, what's going on? And I still almost got his ass. You know, even the round he dropped me is the round I had his ass.
So you would entertain that fight if he came up to 140?
100%. You know, he has to come see me because he's not going to make money without me. So it's like, it's going to happen.
Do you think the boxing game is changing as far as records are concerned? Because at one time, nobody ever wanted to lose because of Floyd, of course, right? But now it seems like it's starting to change back where boxers are taking chances. They're not afraid to lose, and it's more of a sport and fun now.
Yeah, I think it's slowly changing. You know, I think it started off with my fight with Tank. Yeah, I ripped it off like a Band-Aid. Like, this shit is boring. I was getting bored in the sport. Like, this shit is boring.
Ryan said he was getting bored in the sport. I want to know which fight for you that was getting bored in the sport. You remember I used to say that how Ryan is working himself to the silver screen? This is a perfect example of him getting bored with the sport, because Ryan obviously have high-end designer sponsors that he's a part of, and also the Gatorade. And no, he has other money coming in. And also they say for you to compete in boxing and just have a different level of hunger, you got to have some type of need. And most of the time for boxers, the need to make more money, the need to reach that monetary success. That's where you're at. But Ryan doesn't seem like he ever had to want like that. So I don't know if that's what he's saying. He was getting bored because he has money and he feels that boxing isn't a full-time inspiration for him, which limits his aspirations. to be someone, you know, that's up here winning all these titles. I think with Ryan, he just want to make all the money based off his looks, based off who he is. He's trying to really use the Gervonta Davis blueprint. Seriously. I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about how Gervonta is able to make millions without fighting, you know, fights that people say are memorable, big names in the sport, rivalries, trilogies. You know, you just ain't seeing it. You know, no rematches, but Ryan believes that with his social media following and what he has attached to him outside the sport, his price tag is Wall Street is a higher percentage than what people think, just based off boxing alone.
Like, I'm winning and it's like all good, but it's just boring. There's no energy here. It's dead.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to just fight Tank.
Envy's learning boxing. That was a good question.
Yeah, so basically it was dead, and then I lit it right up, and then everybody started fighting. You seen Crawford fight Errol. Then everybody's just making moves. Next, it's got to be Canelo. He has to fight Benavidez.
Ryan Garcia is the one that said that Eddie Hearns was capping when he was talking about Devin, you know, being one of the top elite fighters or whatever his words was. And then Eddie just told him straight up, I'll support Devin any day of the week, twice on Sundays. You know, that's just how it is. You know, we have that rapport. But Ryan, you capping. Don't you even give or try to place that indicator light out there like you the one got the sport popping, dog. What are you talking about? Why is boxers going out here acting like if they're speaking English, you don't have a lot of listeners that consider that to be their first language, goddammit? Like, what are you talking about? You got the sport popping. You haven't even found your place in the sport, bro. You going around here riding through these boxing streets with no seatbelt on. You know what I'm saying? You holding your head out the window and trying to let people see your hair blowing in the wind just to say, oh, that's Garcia right now. What are you doing in that sports car? Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. He got big money. Wow, I'm going to support him now. I seen him out here. He's one of us. He's in the streets like us. I mean, I don't get this dude talking about he got boxing popping. Stop it, bro. Sit at the red light a little bit longer. Think about your thoughts.
That'll keep the boxing going, but
We were just talking about that this weekend. Does he have to, though?
I think he does.
How
Really?
so? I mean, he hasn't he accomplished enough where he doesn't have anything else to prove?
But what is that? Who wants to live in the past all the time? This is now. This is gonna be this is the biggest fight to make. People expect you. You're Canelo, the face of boxing. Why aren't you doing it?
Who wins that fight if it happens?
Canelo. But
So you see him beating Benavidez.
unless he waits too long, and then he gets past his prime. So, I mean, it's not gonna be easy. I'm not gonna say that. And Canelo will get touched up, but
I think he can outbox Benavidez.
I think his experience will get to Benavidez.
Do you think you will ever work things out with Canelo? Are y'all a better terms now? Or?
I try to message him all the time, like, let's golf, let's do something, like, we're good.
He doesn't respond?
Yeah, little things here and there, nothing crazy.
What caused that rift? Because y'all was like big brother, little brother at one
I
point.
don't even know, to be honest.
Oh, Ron Garcia knows what caused the rift. It was you weren't putting forth max effort, or you wanted to share that huge spotlight that Canelo was in. It was basically a spotlight just solely for the proprietary of Canelo Alvarez. And you wanted to be a tenant. Ryan Garcia wanted to be a tenant in that spotlight. Yeah, he did. He wanted to, what you call it, for it to be a timeshare. That's what Ryan Garcia wanted. He wanted to share the spotlight with Canelo Alvarez without even building up and having the freaking cachet of accolades to stand in the same spotlight as Canelo. And then if Canelo was right, when you come to the gym for a couple of minutes, 2, 3, 4, and then you leave, you're not working hard. Well, for somebody like Canelo, you might have made him feel some type of way about you, to the fact that they bleed out into the general public, and he let people know. I mean, Ryan Garcia, your performances in the ring has been okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's been okay. But if you think you're going to be next to a superstar like Canelo Alvarez, Eddie Reynoso is his coach, and Eddie shows you more love and attention than he's showing his moneymaker, this is prize fighting. You might think it's surprise fighting. For real, I think Ryan thinks this is surprise fighting. Surprise! I'm just as good as you, Canelo. Stop playing with me. Surprise! I want to stand in the spotlight with you. I know I haven't really won the championship yet, but hey, who more prettier, me or you? Come on, Canelo. Come on.
It was just, I don't know. He would say stuff about me for no reason. I don't know, like, bro, you're like, that's crazy. Just call me up and tell me like, oh, I need you to be doing this. I went through a real mental health crisis. I don't care what nobody says.
Mm-hmm.
That was real. So, they could say I faked it all they want. You weren't in my shoes. You feel the things I felt. And, I took it on the chin though, but he made me look like a clown.
What did he criticize?
He said that I'm wasting time, my talent. Oh, and it was during my mental health crisis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, fuck, whatever. But it made me look like the weakest dude on the internet.
You felt like he should have called you. That's big bro. He should have called. Check back.
Bro, he made everybody look at me like an undisciplined kid. And I'm like, bro, I'm the hardest worker in the fucking gym. What are we talking about?
He say he the hardest worker in the gym. So what gym are you talking about again? Let's be precise. Because WCS just don't want to just be off the mark with this now. I don't want to be known as a reckless talker and a reckless driver trying to navigate through your thoughts. So Ryan Garcia say he was pretty much going through a mental health crisis when Canelo was trying to blast him out of that mental health crisis with insults and criticism. Maybe Ryan Garcia wasn't mature enough to understand where Canelo was coming from, being that he has achieved an extensively a lot more. You know what I'm saying? His accolades is a lot heavier cachet than Ryan Garcia. But who knows what's going on internally? You know what I'm saying? Who knows who's, telling the truth? But I kind of lean towards Canelo on this one. I kind of lean towards, because just based off Ryan Garcia's performances and, the way he was walking around here after he fought Luke Campbell, and he felt like that was a huge win, even though he was on the canvas. And he was trying to say that he was going to fight Gervonta Davis, but pulled out the fight for a potential Pacquiao fight. He's a campeon. He was all over the place, man. So I look at it like you was confused. You was trying to find some little crack or crevice, a little pinhole of light. It's just yours and yours alone. But come to find out, while you was standing next to that pinhole, it wasn't bright enough for you. So you was trying to find, how do I have that light shined upon me without doing the things to really have that light stay shining as bright as it is? How do I keep myself illuminated in this sport without doing the necessary achievements that's required, like a fighter by the name of Canelo Alvarez? That's my point. Like, Ryan Garcia hasn't did too much of anything. I mean, come on, man. Like, you really haven't did too much of anything. I don't know how these fighters of this era, they brag about losing to a fighter. Like, I mean, I know back in the day we've had our rematches. We had our trilogies. And in those trilogies, man, they was damn good trilogies. Like, the ebbs and flows, the names that was in there, the best fighting the best. I mean, all that contributed to them having 2 or 3 fights for people to talk about. These cats this day and time really don't have trilogies like that. Nor do they level up when it comes to the performance percentage that you're looking for. When you're talking about what's my barometer of acceptance to say this is one of the most exciting fights I've seen in years. In this era, we just don't see it that often. Seriously. Like, Spence and Crawford was supposed to be one of those moments, those epochs. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be one for the boxing annals. And though it is one for the boxing annals, it is not the way it should be, comparable to the paperwork leading up to that fight, that we believe that it was going to be 50-50, equally competitive based off the pound for pound paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Based off everybody saying that at the welterweight division, Errol Spence had accomplished more than Crawford. And based off Crawford, what he's been able to achieve all the way up to that point. But we did witness that it seemed a lot easier. And that kind of burned down. I'm talking about burned down a lot of the community that was out here believing that this was just one of those these social media gatherings where we congregate and people talk about two opponents and put all this energy in there, and it won't be no side effects to it. It definitely was a side effect from this fight going down the way it is. So for Garcia, for Rolly, you know, for all these fighters like Isaac Cruz, they all have lost to the same fighter, but after they lost, they went around and they was trying to build up all this hype based off them taking an L from Tank. When Tank is building up, you know, his price tag, what he's worth as a fighter, he's in a dynamic situation right now, real talk. And Ryan Garcia is trying to find out how to do the same thing.
He picked Tank to beat you. You think that offended you?
I don't care about that, dude. I mean, it is what it is.
I think that what you did when you took a mental health break was one of the strongest things a person could do.
Yeah.
You know, especially a person in a field like boxing, because y'all just supposed to be tough and thug it out. But for you to be like, nah, I gotta focus on what's important, which is my mental and emotional well-being.
I had no choice. It was like so intense that I'm like, damn. Like usually I could get past things because I'm mentally strong, but this one was. It was like, nope, you're not getting up today. I'm like, damn.
So it was depression?
It was everything. I thought I was losing my mind. I was like, I can't remember shit. I was like, there's no way I got hit that hard.
Wow.
There ain't no way.
Oh, this is after the Tank fight?
Gamble. It was
Okay.
after Gamble. This is 2021. No, a Tank fight. I was good. Next day I was chilling. But yeah, that fight. It was another thing he did to me. It was deep, man. I mean, if I was gonna go in, like, I'll tell you the real story of it. Like, I had a supernatural spiritual experience. I can't even.
Yeah, the supernatural experience. So Luke Campbell knocked you down. And he's not comparable to the punching power of Gervonta Davis, but he knocked you down. And after that fight, you had a supernatural experience. That might have been something that was going on in your personal life and not so much dealing with Luke Campbell. And then you just told us that after Gervonta Davis fight, after Tank Davis fight, you was fine. That might have been something you was just had that was active in your everyday living that you wanted to attribute to Luke Campbell fight. You didn't get hit that hard. No, it might have been some other shit, bro. It might have been you. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you got laid out the way you did, you came back and you won the fight, and then in the post-fight conference, they're asking you about it. He said, I said, wow. You just got knocked down by Luke Campbell. Wow. Where's my father, Darth Vader? Huh? He could have told me this to look out for this, but I didn't plan properly. And, Luke got it done.
It don't make no sense.
Was you on something?
No, I don't do drugs, nothing.
Yeah,
it was just prayer, at nighttime, boom, it happened.
Charlemagne say, well, you own something. Yeah, he been on something for a while, Charlemagne. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you what Ryan Garcia was on. He was on some bullshit. That was what he was on. He was on some bullshit.
And I was like, I was good for a long time, but then I started logically trying to think about it, like, what just happened to me?
Mm-hmm.
And then that tripped me out, and then I just started going, like, then I just got depressed because I didn't know what happened to me. I always believe in God, though. I'm very spiritual. Absolutely. I feel energy like quick. Sometimes I could just know what you're going to say before you say it. It's crazy. But this time, it was just something different. It was like, okay, this is real. It's happening to me. And then it just took me time to, like, process it.
Mm-hmm.
and then come back to God and say, what was that?
Did you get a therapist, a spiritual leader? Like what?
No, just one day, like I was playing poker.
Charlemagne asked him a very important question, especially for those fans that are close to Ryan and follow him through his mental health crisis. Because fans want to know, you know what I'm saying? Because humans, there are some out there can be easily manipulated, but if fans are supporting you and those fans are avid consumers of yours, whether they're at home paying for your fight, you know, to watch it or whatever, or just visiting you, going up to the arena. He asked you, did you see a therapist? Because you made it seem like you was just going through some things. And you said no. Things kind of changed when you was playing poker. So you was gambling, and that what was taking your mind off everything. You was playing poker. I mean, what changed you? Did you have 2, 3 of a kind? Royal flush? I mean, what was it? I mean, this just don't, man, I can't understand this dude, man. He said, oh, I was just playing poker. Next he'll tell you, yeah, they brought me some plank salmon on a bed of rice with some asparagus, mashed potatoes, and bought me a small glass, because I don't drink, a small glass of cognac. Yeah, a small glass. It wasn't even a shot. It was more like the glass was filled halfway up. I just sipped on. I didn't really finish it all. It was like a little drizzle at the end, a little drizzle. But right then and there, I just had this epiphany. A lot of things came to me, you know, mentally, psychologically, neurologically, hyperlogically, mycologically, liologically. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of logically going on in my mind. And I thought I was in an ayahuasca, you know what I'm saying? And smoking on some weedology. I don't know what the hell going on with Ryan Garcia, bro.
And I was just like depressed, drinking, and this dude comes up to me and goes, hey, can I talk to you? I'm like, and I was just like, yeah, bro, I guess. And at this time, I'm already checked out. I don't really care. And then he goes, do you know who you are? I said, yeah, I know who I am. And then he goes, you know, God has something for you. Like, what are you doing? Like, wake up. And then boom, I just snapped out of it.
Oh my God. If it was up to me, like the way we represent God, like God's supposed to be the supreme being. I know everybody doesn't worship him, but for you know, you hear people always bringing up God in situations of adversity. You say to yourself, like, well, where was he when you was doing well? You know what I'm saying? Where was you when you was doing well? And I always like ask this question, you know, why do we always have to be placed in a situation for us to really call upon the Holy Spirit rather than keeping him close to us before the situation even occurs? You know, if your faith is that strong, then why can't some of these situations be prevented? That's just the way it is in reality. You know what I'm saying? Good bows before evil all the time, like I always say. But, you know, he said he just snapped out of it. Now, I think mentally, if we are in a situation that we placed ourselves in or not, and then there's some just innocent bystander, yeah, I think at that point you might be yearning for someone to switch it up or tell you something. And for Ryan Garcia to experience one of these encounters and then turn around and say, well, I just snapped out of it. Man, come on, Ryan. It's hard for me to believe this dude, for real talk. It's just hard for me to really believe what he has going on in his life, because he has so much, but yet it seems like he appreciates so little.
After that, I was like, all right, getting right back to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
You know, when Canelo was here, he talked about the relationship with you and Oscar. He said that he saw issues coming between you. Remember that, Charlotte?
Mm-hmm,
and,
absolutely.
Have things gotten better with you and Golden Boy and Oscar?
Mm-hmm. I don't like non-peaceful situations. So I got Oscar in the thread with my advisor. I said, work it out. People don't like you, Oscar. Why is that? I don't know. Fix it. Because I'm not going to work with none of you guys if you guys keep doing this. This is bullshit. You're making me look stupid. Mm-hmm. And then after that, they all started talking, and then me and Oscar talk regularly now. So it's all good now. You know?
You think him seeing you hang around Floyd put pressure on him to act right?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know how much he cares. Maybe they don't. They probably don't like each other at all. But, you know, that's not my problem. You know, that's your guys' thing. I like Floyd. I like Oscar. And that's what I'm about. You know, I'm not trying to pick a side. Like, right. It is what it is. You know, Floyd's cool as fuck. He's dope. He gives me a lot of advice. I see how he runs his little, you know, his little empire. And I'm like, okay, I peeped that. Okay, I'm going to do that. Boom, boom, boom. So I like being around Floyd.
After the loss.
And Floyd's fly. Yeah, he's fun to hang out with.
Oscar used to be fun back in the day. You know,
shut up.
That's a
the cocaine,
okay,
the hookers.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That's a different fun, bro.
Different type of fun.
High heel and all that. You wasn't say that.
I was not gonna say that.
Yes, you was.
No,
I was gonna ask. You know, after the loss and he didn't come to your locker room.
Right.
What was your mind frame then?
I mean, it was a
Shout out to my guy. The news by Shaw News. Sauce Experience on deck, man. What's good? Team Tucker official in the building. I see you. What's good?
Casual watching.
After like I processed it, I'm like, that is pretty fucked up. Like, why wouldn't you show up after I just lost a big ass fight?
But you said that was people in your ear.
No, it was like the internet. The internet, they made some sad ass edits that you'd be like, damn.
Like you like Will Smith sitting in the house by himself.
Yeah.
Remember when Will was crying about his dad leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I was like, oh shit, I'm sad. What the hell?
Hey, you threw shots at Bernard too. Have you guys
Oh,
talked?
no, I don't. Bernard's a weirdo, bro. Straight up.
So you haven't pieced this?
No,
beef with him?
Bernard's just weird, bro. Like, dude, why are you talking shit about me? That was crazy. Off the rip, he just looked at me like boxing will call your bluff. I'm like, bro, you're weird. And then I don't want to flame these guys, but I end up doing it and I feel bad because they're older than me and they can't keep up with and then they just end up looking dumb. I'm like, bro, all right.
Did you feel like they?
He's trying to say the legends are older than him. You know what I'm saying? They can't keep up with his mouthpiece, basically. They can't keep up with his mouthpiece. But the way I see it with Ryan, he may put those that trash talking out there for everyone to hear. But it seems like he can't take it though. You know what I'm saying? He tries to be that guy. Like I told everybody when he was switching over. Go back to when he was facing Javier Fortuna. Go back. Come on, man. Go back to when he was facing Javier Fortuna. That's when it all changed. He was trying to line himself up to get a part of the black culture, man. He wanted to basically enhance his presence with a different community. The only way for him to do that is to stop dressing up like he was going to the prom. You know, he started wearing the crew neck sweaters when he got some more ink, you know. And that's when he wanted to portray himself. He started trying to shorten up his goofiness and trying to learn how to talk a little bit of slang. Not only that, we saw the super goofy bet that he made with Errol Spence when Rolly Romero was fighting Gervonta Davis. And then after that, he gets into it with some freaking content creators to my, hey man, stop disrespecting me like that. Stop talking shit about me. I'll take off on you. Oh my God. Shouldn't you be trying to take off in that freaking short taxiway that has 4 goddamn corners to it? Shouldn't you be trying to take off in there? I mean, this is when I feel that Ryan Garcia was trying to switch over. He thought it would be much easier initially, but he's finding out it's more difficult. It takes more than just changing up your clothes and changing up the tone of your voice and getting some ink. You know, all that ink he got on his body, he changed the way he come in there dressed. You saw at the press conference, you know, now look, I ain't gonna be no hater. You know, if I can get some women to throw some petals out there, rose petals or whatever it was, cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. If that's what he wanted to present himself as a king, I'm cool with it. I just want to know who's the A side, B side. Seriously, I just want to know who the A side, B side. And then for him to sit in that chair, I was digging that chair. That was a nice ass chair. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice ass chair. But he didn't do enough with it, in my opinion. Let me get back to this audio.
Started with you first, though.
Yes, they've been starting with me first all the time. They take shots. I'm their biggest fighter, and they're talking shit about me. I'm the only one bringing them money.
But it makes you feel bad after because you don't want to be that person.
That's not my character. I'm cool. Yeah. Like, I'm chill. Like, let's work it out. But he doesn't seem he wants to work it out. Me and Oscar are perfectly fine. So Bernard, hit me up. Let's talk about it.
Boxing will call your bluff. Makes it feel like he never thought you was an elite fighter.
Exactly. He wanted me to retire.
Damn.
What the fuck? I was like, that's not your decision, first.
Yeah, that was crazy, though.
And then second of all, you
only lost one fight. What do you mean retire?
I don't know what he was talking about. And then I came back and I beat Duarte, and I looked great. And finally, I was strong. I felt like I was coming into my prime. Like, now I feel like I'm going to run through everybody. Like, I feel like I got played once. Great.
I like that. So Ryan Garcia says he feels like he's going to run through everybody. I like that. I like that. That's no coming back from that. You got to go in there and show us with Haney. You know what I'm saying? Because a huge part of my thought process, using the mid part of my brain was you're talking about routing, cataloging, mapping. I'm gonna place that data in there. That's a huge file right there. That's a huge file. I'm gonna keep that there, Ryan, all the way to April. I'm gonna keep that right there, bookmarked. Because you're gonna have to go in there and show us that it's not all talk. You're gonna have to show us, big dog.
Never again. And now I'm ready to come destroy. I'm coming back for blood. Like, literally, everybody's gonna get it. Move out the way.
What did they say after your last one?
Which one?
Oscar and Bernard, did they say anything?
Oh, I turned up on everybody after I won. I was like, yeah, you thought I was gonna fucking lose, right? That's what I fucking thought. But I
just wanted to do Jesus like your potty mouth. You know what I'm saying? So he turned up on everybody, y'all. I guess that's a slang term. I heard my people use it. I've used it before. I mean, I guess Ryan Garcia is trying to bring it back, to something that's new. Turn up. Let me see. Turn up. He turned up on everybody. I guess it's still actively being used in our vocabulary, whether it's in the classroom or the streets.
just got turned up after the emotions.
Do you really feel that Oscar and Bernard thought you would lose to Duarte?
Of course, man. They think that, dudes that are strong gonna put the pressure. He thought that, he did hit hard. I give him that. But there's no way this guy's gonna beat me. I'm too experienced. I've been doing this since I was 7. Like, you think I haven't met a guy that puts pressure and can hit hard? You don't think I've ever dealt with that? Like, come on.
I'm not gonna lie, I did think that too. And just I was looking at Duarte. I'm like, the size. You look like a young Canelo almost.
That's what I told her. Like first you thought Duno was gonna beat me. He was the next Manny Pacquiao. I knocked him out in 1 round. And then I was like, now they got this guy. Every time we're in beat.
Out of character, but you weren't getting hit.
But I'm working on it too.
But Derek wasn't happy with that.
No.
What did he say in the corner?
Like, stop doing that shit.
Why were you doing that? Because y'all didn't even you didn't train like that.
I did a couple things like that in sparring, but I was tired of him putting pressure, so I just stood right there and let him well off, and I was just trying to catch shots so I could break his momentum. Because in the fight, I could keep him off as long as I can, but sooner or later his pressure. So I just met the pressure, and I just said, okay, come on. But that shit
was damn near turning around though, getting hit in the back of the head. I'm like, what are you doing, Ryan?
Yeah,
he said that shit hurt.
No. But I was just trying to get out the way. But if you watch Floyd, he does the same shit.
No.
What did you just say, man? What did you just say? Did you put that label on Floyd Mayweather? That he turns his back, like in the corner there, Ryan Garcia, just to educate you a little bit. When Floyd is doing the Mayweather defense in the corner, his eyes are always looking at his opposition, All you got to do is go to YouTube and put in any type of inquiry where put in Oscar De La Hoya. Put in that fight. Okay, go to that fight where he fought Oscar. Okay, he does not turn his body around 180 degrees. No, stop the cap. You know what I'm saying? And Charlemagne, of all people, who I believe his cup of boxing knowledge is just a freaking, condensation. You know what I'm saying? That's about how much he knows about boxing. Period.
Floyd's shoulder roll is good.
Floyd
Floyd's was good. Your shoulder roll was not good. Derek, did he have a good shoulder roll? Come on, be honest now.
I don't think any of them were good, really.
Really, even Floyd?
I mean, I'm not talking about him.
Oh, okay.
Everybody who does them after him.
Okay, got you.
All I know is Floyd.
They fucked around and let Diddy James speak. They messed around and let Diddy James speak. God damn it. Just when I thought I was coming back to my senses and I was understanding the English language in all different freaking dialects. And they let this man speak again. God damn it. Now I'm all fucked up.
He told me it wasn't bad. So, and he's the one that's the best at it.
But if you would have lost the fight, that's what they would have blamed him on.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that shoulder roll did get me cut for the first time, though. Because the uppercut slipped in. I didn't know, because the gloves were smaller than the 14 ounce. When you're sparring, it's different. I was able to see everything. This one went right in there. Boom. I'm like, shit. I started bleeding, but.
I don't know if you can play with Haney like that.
Haney's not, he don't hit that hard. What are you talking about? This is actually a more like relaxed fight for me. I'm just like, I'm going to go in there. I know I'm fighting a boxer. It's not to him, it's a boxing match. To me, it's a fight. I'm going to go run him over. He can't do nothing. It's like a.
Y'all heard that right? He said he's going to go over there and run Haney over. He was pressuring Tank for a minute. I don't know how many seconds after 60, but he was pressuring Tank for a little bit. He was right up there, you know what I'm saying, in his space. He was pressuring Tank. I'll give him that. So if he believes that Haney cannot hit, he doesn't have power, let's see if he's able to stand on that and execute. He said he's gonna run him over, y'all. That's what Ryan Garcia said.
The kid, like, okay, swing. Boom, my turn.
Yeah.
He looked good. He could look good against Prograis. Were you impressed with that performance?
Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
So tell me what wasn't good about
He's
that.
mid, bro. That fight's
That's a new talk now. Mid. That's a new talk.
Little Mitty.
What are you
Just in case you all don't know, you younger folks out there, along with some of you elderly, I'm right there in between. Mid mean little people. Back in the day when I was growing up, we used to say mid-jet on the end of it. G-E-T, midget, small person. But all these dialect changes and all these damn terminology, freaking revisions and shit. Now, the new generation has said mid. I swear to God. Hey, and look, when it's all said and done, we're not going to be saying them because, nonverbal cue is pretty much a higher percentage of communication than freaking verbal. I mean, before it's all over, we're going to be back to speaking broken English like we're 3 years old, 4, 5, 6. Like, we really don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Oh, he's mid, bro.
Is this fight happen in New York or Vegas?
Yeah.
I thought they moved it to Barclays already.
They're
Did-
trying
Did they move
to.
it to Barclays? I know they were trying.
I don't even want to get into this, but I just pay-per-view back.
Get into it.
No. Because there's a lot going on, a lot of moving pieces. I don't want to say too much about it.
Well, we saw your tweet. I'm trying to bring this fight back to Vegas,
Vegas,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
You
I'll
saw
speak
that.
on that. Yes,
Yeah.
I am. That's what I'm going to do. Because, I just...
So Ryan Garcia just mentioned that he's really trying to bring this fight back to Vegas. So that goes that basically ties into what a lot of people was talking about, that he really didn't give a damn about the NYC crowd. And there was some people there that was showing him mad love, and you're talking about Ryan Garcia, but for Ryan, he's trying to bring it back to Vegas. So what he's saying, he doesn't care to fight in Brooklyn right now. Pretty much he's not caring to fight in Brooklyn. And fight fans need to understand that open to the public presser, that wasn't in Brooklyn. That wasn't in Brooklyn. Let's get that understood. If it was in Brooklyn, it might have been freaking some WWE or some SummerSlam or WrestleMania going on over there you know, you never know, open to the public over there. But no, that was in Times Square, from my understanding, close to wherever that was. And you know, yeah, that's wild. You know, he's making a point to say, I'm not satisfied right now, and I definitely want this fight to be in Vegas. And I don't blame him for trying to get it back over there, because I feel like whoever it was, if it was Canelo or whatever, Canelo is pretty much trying to flex. He did flex, and he's trying to bully Ryan and just basically show his strength. That, hey, if I want to make stuff move, I can make stuff move.
Look, New York is a great place to fight. Obviously, they had great fights. You know, Muhammad Ali and a lot of amazing. But that's at the Garden. I mean, if I'm being real, Barclays is not the Garden. I like the Barclays, but I feel like this fight should be at the Mecca of boxing, the current Mecca of boxing, which is Vegas. Back in the day, it was New York, but times change. It's in Vegas.
Is it because of the tickets, what you can get in Vegas opposed to what you get in New York ticket sales?
No, I'm just looking for the right vibe. I just don't feel like the Barclays is the vibe. I think Vegas, you know, it's going to be fun. Everybody's going to have a great time. Like, it's just going to go crazy.
Yeah, but if it ends up being in New York, we're in New York. Like, New Yorkers are going to be like,
Barclays is a great atmosphere for fights.
is.
I ain't gonna
It
front.
is.
Yeah, I've seen some really good. I saw Wilder Ortiz #1 at Barclays.
Oh, that was good.
I've seen a few fights at Barclays.
Tank Rolly was at.
Tank
Was it?
Rolly.
Yeah, you were there.
I was
That's when
there. I
you did
didn't
the
know it
bet
was
with Errol.
Barclays, though.
Yeah.
I know I lost that.
And you paid him the next day.
Of course. Yeah, it sucked.
Is it better to train for you? Is it better training for you in Vegas?
No, I train in Dallas regardless.
Okay.
You know, but I just look at, if we're looking at a business aspect, taxes, I'm not gonna pay the New York taxes. You know, I know people, they say that a lot,
You
but
ain't lying.
it makes sense, right?
I'm with you, brother.
Okay,
No,
so
So he don't want to pay New York taxes, and I get where he coming from. Once again, he's trying to savage every bit of his money. You know what I'm saying? Everything from the net pay. You know, he's trying to get all of it, and I understand where he's at with it. Real talk, I understand. Fighters need to think that way. You know, you can't compete in the sport and then go around acting like you don't understand what the sport consists of when it comes to the business. No, you definitely have to make decisions like this. You have to explain to the higher ups, I got people to pay, and you're one of them. So I would appreciate that you understand that, hey, it's more beneficial to me is to have this fight over in Vegas and not let Canelo freaking show force and just move, and he don't have an opponent locked in, nor are we going to influence anybody, because Canelo fans are not Ryan Garcia fans. We know that.
Now, if you say
don't
that,
know.
it makes sense. If you
Right.
tell me I don't want to pay the taxes, I totally get it. That's why the fight shouldn't be in New York. That is the reason.
no, but like shout out New York though. Maybe I'll bring another fight there, but I want to fight somebody that has like a connection to New York. There, you know, we're both West Coast fighters. Like what?
Now, I don't understand stuff like this. So, like, maybe the boxing expert can tell me, why can't he fight where he wants to fight? I mean, like, why is it looked at as a stall tactic? Like, why is it?
I mean, he
Why
can speak to that
can't
too, but it's a lot of variables. Like if the venue is available in Vegas on the date that they want, if there's other fights that are close to that date, it's not a good look to have like two big back-to-back fights. I know Canelo's going to be fighting in Vegas like a few weeks after that, right? And maybe that's an
Maybe.
influence.
I mean, I didn't see him. He hasn't had.
Well, he hasn't
no
announced a
fight
fight,
announcement.
but
And
he's fought in May every year for how many years?
this
right?
might be my time though. It might be my
to
time.
take over Vegas, to take
Yeah,
over
yeah.
that Cinco de Mayo weekend.
It might be my time. We'll see. You know, let God's will be done, not mine. But I feel like it's my time. You know, if he's not fighting Benavidez, it's not going to be a bigger fight than mine. I guarantee. I'll be on the record to say that.
So
You
even
would
if he
think
fights
that,
Charlo.
1.3?
1.3.
Yeah.
And
That's big.
they haven't done 1 million pay-per-views in so long since Floyd era. This fight's going to be another 1 million pay-per-view buys. And, you know, I just feel like I'm the next one. That's it. I mean, I just think I'm looking at numbers. I'm looking at how I could promote. I'm looking at everything. The numbers, like, I got it.
So right now,
market-
you're
Like, give me that.
Yeah.
Give me that spot. I got it. Trust me.
So you think you're a bigger fight or a bigger star than Canelo right now if he doesn't fight Benavidez?
Yes. Yes.
God damn. That's why Canelo's up there. Big boy, y'all. Because you have Team Haney saying they're the face of boxing, and you have Ryan Garcia saying that you're a bigger star than Canelo. But again, like I said, when it comes to me, man, I don't mind the young lions talking that trash. I don't. But Canelo has to understand. Don't be so damn whiny, as if you've been in this game since you was 15. You accomplished so much. You're richer than most, than majority, if not the entire active fighters that's going on right now. But still, it's not enough. You know what I'm saying? That's why other fighters pick up this mentality, not to give a damn about none of other fighters. Get your money and your money alone. Don't worry about nobody else's eating, because y'all cats is at the top. Y'all don't give a damn about these young lions. That's why they got the mentality they do. They go in here and they don't care either, bro. They get to a point where they can be helping other fighters eat. They don't care. And this is a perfect example. Canelo got big ass. I mean, come on now. He got big zeros on his shit. And he's still up here, worrying about or giving people the thought that Garcia and Haney is gonna distort his numbers. Man, you getting guaranteed pay. What does that have to do with Haney Garcia? You getting guaranteed money. I just think it's very selfish of him at the end of the day. And I kind of agree with Ryan Garcia, trying to get this money, trying to increase his value, trying to just move the needle. I don't have no problem with that, man. So if it requires Haney to say, that they the face of boxing, or requires Garcia to say, I'm better than Canelo, what should the old lions think gonna happen? You think you're in a church? This is not a boys club. You know what I'm saying? You're not in motherfucking where's that shit? You going to a convent? You going to a Christian school, a private school, a charter school or something? A boarding school? You can't think boxing is like that. You getting mad at the young lions coming for your head. That's what they supposed to do. They don't supposed to sit like you're the shepherd. Like you dictating their moves. Ryan Garcia really supposed to be talking that talk like that.
I'll be on record to say that. I feel though. But look, at everybody's gonna, judge, make their opinions, but I'm looking at it. I'm looking at how much upside I have too. Mm-hmm. He's on the end tail of his. I'm on the beginning, really, and I'm only gonna get bigger. It's not gonna stop. So who's the next one? It has to be me. I should take that May 4th date. Vegas knows. I got all the high rollers who will come and everything. Like I got it all figured out. So
What did Duarte fight do?
I don't even know.
Let me tell you, a bag of Lay's chips.
They said that it was all right, but you need a dance partner. That's why I didn't put it on pay-per-view.
Yeah, well, okay. I got the zone, so I didn't know. If it
But
was
you gotta be
or not.
smart. Like people have a lot of ego. Oh, my fight's gotta be on paper. No, they don't. Like the ones that don't need, don't bullshit the people. This fight ain't a fucking pay-per-view fight. Stop capping. Nobody knows Duarte. Why would the hell would I do that? That fight was more for me. Like I wanted to fight, and I did that. So I did what I had to do.
How do you think another loss could affect your legacy?
I don't think it will affect me. Manny Pacquiao had 8 losses. He been knocked out cold. That hasn't happened to me. It's just if you let it bother you, it's gonna affect you. It don't bother me. If I go out there and I do my shit and I look good, Haney, if I win the fight, when I win the fight, I'm the top. I don't see anybody that could be bigger than me.
I don't know if that's the truth, because people still gonna be looking at you like, until you fight Tio or even Super Real Matias. Both of those names are still, in my opinion, in the division is names that you should fight. Now, is Super Real Matias name wise, brand wise bigger than you? No. Okay? No. Teofimo Lopez name wise, yes. To me it is. Because you got to look at putting Ryan Garcia. We're doing the juxtapose, right? We talking about Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez. especially the compliments that Teal's been able to have, and also the way he markets himself. You know what I'm saying? The way he's able to talk and get the controversy to zoom in right on him. I mean, you levels away from that, Ryan Garcia. And also, Teal's a better fighter than Ryan Garcia, in my opinion. So you're not going to be number one in 140 pounds. And you're not going to be number one in boxing. It's just still too many people here for that to happen. They're looking for you to have one of those standout, epic moments, that people can talk about. You know, they're looking for you to have the Canelo Triple G moment. Who's going to be your Triple G? You know what I'm saying? They're looking for you to have a Crawford Spence. They're looking for you to, what's another? Oscar Valdez, Miguel Berchelt type shit. What's another fight? I would say a Jamel Charlo, Tony Harrison. I would say Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Bam Rodriguez, Sorang Fasad, or Carlos Cutras. You know what I'm saying? Chocolatito, Juan Estrada. I want to say Anui Fulton, but I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell is going on with that fight, man. You know? What else? I mean, I'm just saying, y'all get the point, man. They're looking for him to have that breakout moment.
Jake Paul.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's a whole different category. But I told Jake Paul, let's fight.
He don't want to fight a
He's
real
not
fighter.
gonna fight you.
Nah, he don't want to fight a real
I just messaged. I was like, bro, we could really do this.
He don't want to fight a real fighter. You know, that'd be stupid.
Yeah.
But he's bigger. He's way bigger. I'll come to his weight. I'll gain up to 180. I could do it.
Now look, check this out. When I initially heard this interview, right, I would say, okay. Ryan Garcia was complaining about the 10-pound rehydration clause, 136, 146. He was complaining about that with Tank. All right. People was complaining about Devin Haney, saying he ballooned up to 165 on fight night. So in this particular fight right here, those clauses seem to be absent. They wasn't even placed in the language in this contract. So you're gonna see two big fighters in there doing what they do at 140, right? So we can, we have to understand that Ryan cannot use Devin Haney situation of him ballooning up to 165 versus Regis when he just admitted that he can get up to 180. You know what I'm saying? I definitely believe him because, he has the frame for it and he can put on some muscle. But that doesn't mean you're going to go in there and perform well against a fighter like Jake Paul. Anyway, I can't take too much time on no Jake Paul situation because, Ryan Garcia was up here trying to get a fight with the bantamweight UFC champion Sean O'Malley. I mean, in MMA. I mean, come on, bro. I guess it's all in his head.
And let's just run it.
Man, you go to 180?
I can. I haven't been there.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna look cut up at all, though.
It don't matter. I ain't trying to look pretty. I'm trying to hurt somebody.
At one point you said you wanted to retire at 26. You wanted to accomplish whatever you could in boxing and be out. So that ship sailed. Like that.
Yeah,
That's no
because I
longer you.
overestimated how fast I could get everything done. Have I done a lot at 25? Yes.
So what's the age now?
I
When
think
are you
like
out?
30.
30 you out.
30, I'm out. Because I'm here to fight everybody and run it and win and then dip. I feel like Tank Davis rematch would be my final fight. Like after I run through like these people, you got Devin, you got Ted Fimo.
Shakur.
I mean, I might give him an opportunity, but
I think y'all scared of Shakur.
nobody's scared of Shakur, bro. Come
think
on.
y'all be ducking
Shakur's scared of his
Shakur.
shadow, bro.
I
Relax,
think y'all
bro.
be ducking Shakur.
Shakur,
right?
you see his last fight?
Shakur,
He
still,
did
Shakur-
say his hand was injured though. We sat down with him. I don't know. Do you think that could affect your performance? If you have
My
one hand?
hand was injured. I couldn't even use the whole training camp with Fonseca, and I knocked that dude out in one round. Don't give me my hand hurts, bro. Everybody's hand hurt.
Okay, Ryan. Okay, yeah, all right. Ron say, no, man, it's raining outside. I don't need an umbrella. I'm walking out that like a G. I ain't trying to be pretty. I don't care if my hair get messed up or not, man. I'm me. All right, I got you, man. I got you. We're going to hold you to that. We absolutely going to hold you to that, shawty.
You're
See,
soft.
that's one the fans want to see, though.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Stop hyping up Shakur.
I want to see Ryan
Nobody
and Shakur.
I've
Devin
not
and
heard that
Shakur.
at all.
Yeah,
I've never.
You
heard
wouldn't want
that.
to see that.
I never heard.
Absolutely.
Hey, nobody on the street has ever been like, "Yo, Shakur and you would be crazy."
We talk about that all the time.
You do.
No,
man.
we do it boxing
You
people.
do.
We do.
You and yourself.
We do.
You and yourself.
I think
You yourself.
But
But
don't you think Shakur is a really good boxer?
he's a good boxer, but it's nothing that stands out to me. It's just okay, you know how to move, blah, 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 but it's nothing like Tank or me or
Like
Canelo.
somebody got to stand out.
It's like we
for
yeah,
you. Like you're not just fighting
I
anybody.
see boxers all the time. I've been watching boxers my whole life. I know the ones that are different. He's not.
Oh my God. This is where it gets a little bit fuzzy for me. Like I'm speaking to Ryan the Wino. Real talk. You just can't denounce Shakur Stevenson like that man ain't talented. Are you out your damn mind? That man is a 3-weight world champion and you're 0-weight world champion. This dude is clearly experiencing something that's having a residual effect to his thought process. I'm clearly telling you. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you all. Do you hear this guy putting himself above Shakur Stevenson? He's saying, once again, he's gloating to attach himself to a fighter like Tank in a losing effort. What have you accomplished to basically denounce or dilute the achievements of Shakur Stevenson? Are you out your damn mind, son?
Not different. It's just,
So why is Devin?
they say that, but he knows I'm not an easy dude. Like when he's in front of me, it's different. He's felt the energy. It's not gonna be, this fight's not gonna be pretty for him though, because I'm on a whole different vibe and level.
So you got a different strategy.
Yeah, my focus is crazy right now. Like I said, just make sure, like, pray that he's okay. I mean that, sir. I'm not even trying to joke no more. Like, just pray like he's gonna.
I hear you, Ryan. Also, I see your coach behind you. I don't know. I just can't really, put that glue together. You know what I'm saying? I can't put that glue together, man, and make something lethal. I'm trying my best to be a supportive onlooker there, Ryan. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. When it comes to Bill Haney instructions and Diddy James instruction, I can't really put it out there without being a little biased that I just don't trust Diddy James instruction, regardless if, at one point in time, Errol Spence was 28-0. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, that Charlo was undefeated before he faced Tony Harrison. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to give credit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to his FICO as a trainer, it's hard for me to just say, yeah, I start your credit score, your FICO score off above, 800. No. I do give him some credit, though. I think he's around 533 and a half. You know what I'm saying? He's taken some hits. He's had some freaking inquiries on his credit and some delinquencies. Those delinquencies are when he was supposed to step up against freaking Terrence Crawford and he didn't know how to outcoach Bomac. But Ryan Garcia, man, you are saying there's no excuses for this fight. You're in a whole different vibe. We're gonna hold you accountable for that shit.
It'll be okay. Like Devin, like go home, enjoy the money, boom, 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 because this is gonna get ugly for him.
What message would you leave for Devin?
Shit, bro.
Fuck you, bitch ass.
Nah, bro. No, I got a lot of dark thoughts that came in my brain. I'm just gonna leave it at just, bro.
He had a lot of dark thoughts that came in his brain, y'all. I mean, where's Jesus in those dark thoughts? Why can't you just say some light thoughts? Something that's considered positive. At the end of the day, you and him going in here to fight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going in here to fight each other, so why would it be all dark? Seriously, because you got to think about this, y'all. This shit ain't real. This shit ain't real. This little fake beef, it's about as real as beef as a McDonald's patty. This ain't no real beef. All you got to do is go back to when Devin Haney jumped in the ring and say he want to fight Ryan Garcia next, and Ryan Garcia said, "You my boy, but I want to fight Tank." He said, "You my boy, I want to fight Tank." And then to hear that Bill Haney potentially wrote the script for him and Devin to meet up and clap. No. These dudes, man, come on, man. They really probably cool with each other and everything, but just to build up the fight, they trying to act like it's some fake beef. You know what I'm saying? They trying to say this is like a freaking veggie burger. They telling you this is keto. Nobody even know what the fuck keto is. They can't say it's unhealthy, and they can't say it's healthy. But I'm not believing all this dark thoughts. How can you say, okay, well, all of a sudden, a person I was cool with, I got dark thoughts for right now. You know what I'm saying? And y'all shit looks scripted.
Really don't like them personally? You say him
said he
and his
don't.
daddy? Like,
Yeah, especially
They
his daddy.
phony.
So
They
what would be the message
Yeah.
be for Devin?
I don't even know. Like, I don't have a message. I'm just ready to do something to him.
He don't have a message. He just ready to do something. That's what I tell you, y'all. This ain't no real beef. I mean, this is just them trying to build up the fight. Well, he said, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't have anything to say to him, man. You know, just trust me on this, man. I don't really want to go down that dark road again, man. Just let me be. Just let me drink my freaking almond milk. I just need to relax my mind, man. Please. Hey, brother, can you just go in there and just pour me a glass, man? You know, just pour me. Not too much. Just not a full glass. But just give me 3/4 of a glass, okay? I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I don't have anything bad to say about Devin because I really don't dislike him. I'm just doing this for the freaking fight. That's it.
whoa.
It's like if I,
I'm going to take that
Yo,
and put that with that hand
weird
signal. I don't like them. Whoa.
it's like if I
I'm going to take that
Yo,
and put that with that hand
weird
signal.
to do something to him.
Whoa.
It's like if I
I'm going to take that
Yo,
and put that with that hand
weird
signal.
to do something to him.
Whoa.
It's like, I don't even know. Like, I don't have a message. I'm just ready to do something to him.
Whoa.
It's like if I
I'm going to take that
Yo,
and put that with that hand
weird
signal.
Charlamagne always trying to turn some into a moment where it's considered, you know what I'm saying, homoerotic or something. You know, that's Charlamagne. That's your wheelhouse, Charlamagne. You know what I'm saying? Look, nigga like me, I have a conversation, man. I don't think about no pause shit because I know what I'm actually meaning to say. All these new cats, man, they always got to say pause. And you thinking everything you say now, that's just like when they used to go through and say, oh, that's what she said. Oh, that's what she said. Oh, that's what she said. Yeah, the first time that you hear it, it's funny. But all this other stuff, when you got grown-ass man talking, and then you say, well, when it come down to it, you know, that's my guy, and pause, you know, and we really been through a lot together. You know what I'm saying? Some special moments where we you know, we built one another up. You know what I'm saying? We did some things that only we could know because we knew each other for a long time. So, you know, we built strength between one another. You know what I'm saying? We helped each other take our next step. People, grown ass men up here talking, they trying to find words instead of just expressing themselves. Charlamagne up here talking about when Ryan Garcia was gesturing for water, he's up here want to talk about like he was trying to jack off or something, the jack off signal. I mean, that shit is crazy, bro. Can't even have a decent conversation without somebody putting some homo shit up there. It's women still out here now. It's a women that's still out here now. We can't sit up here and say all this shit about men, and then when it comes to women, y'all want to say, oh, that's disrespectful. That's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. No, that's their way of trying to phase out a natural conversation between males that choose to speak on that and make it seem like it's offensive. But yet you sit up here and have all these areas of pauses when it comes to grown-ass men having conversations, bro.
crazy, bro. If I was in the MMA, I would beat him.
Did Dana White hit you back on that?
I've been bugging everybody.
What the? Your
Nobody
DM's
keep
probably
picking
crazy.
that phone.
Why you DMing all these people?
I know what he's doing. Yeah.
You think he's not? You think he's ducking big fights?
I think so, especially Tank. Like they're all about the business, and you know I know what they're trying to do, but
Let me
that
see
hurts
this
boxing
time
though.
out right quick.
I know what he's doing. Yeah. I won't say I would never do it, but I've never done it.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, Tank is confusing me. I don't know. I don't know what he's up to.
What do you mean? What you want? Oh, for the rematch?
No, not for the rematch. I mean, he's fighting Frank Martin. Never mind. I know what he's doing. Yeah.
You think he's not? You think he's ducking big fights?
I think so, especially Tank. Like they're all about the business, and you know I know what they're trying to do, but that hurts boxing though. You know.
So who should he be fighting?
There's a lot of people out there. I would want him to fight Shakur. Why not fight Shakur?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
So you would want Gervonta Davis to fight Shakur when you was up there saying Shakur is basically nothing. Like you was trying to place that upon people that he wasn't anything. Like no one is looking for Shakur Stevenson. But yet Tank, who's moved up to 140, the division you're currently campaigning at, since he's a champion at 135, you say he should fight Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? The reason being that when you was initially asked the question, Shakur Stevenson is a WBC champion when you answered and spoke on him earlier in this interview. So he's a WBC lightweight champion now. So therefore, why wouldn't your energy be the same? Why wouldn't your understanding be the same that Shakur is a 3-weight world champion and he is a dangerous opponent for anybody? You know? But you say Tank should fight Shakur. Why do you say that? Only because y'all trying to figure out who's going to be the IBF champion and the WBO champion? So that's why, you know, Gervonta should fight Shakur Stevenson. So he has to be a name. You know what I'm saying? Because Gervonta ain't never fought for Vasyl Lomachenko. He ain't fought George Kambozo. You know, there's some names down there. But you bring up Shakur Stevenson, though.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
But
I think it's about time that Tank fights a big
he got a lot of anger. Something where he grew up, you know, hit that switch. But
They need to happen. I mean, he's a phenomenal fighter, obviously, but we want to see those fights.
What about you, Ryan? When you was younger, what was it that got you into fighting? Was people picking on you? Was you get like bullied? Or what was it? Did you have to prove yourself because you was the pretty guy? Like what was it?
No, I was playing baseball like at 5'6", and I remember this vividly. I was, you know, out there diving for the balls and whatnot, you know, trying my best. And then, you know, we lost. We got 4th place, but I felt my team just didn't put that effort in the way I was doing it. I was like, bro, I can't do this. So I asked my uncle, I was like, is there any sports that are one-on-one? Just show me whatever. He showed me boxing. I said, I'm going to do that. And then I started going to the garage, and I was really good. I was like, all right, let's go. But through that, like, I had so much confirmations that I'm going to be a fighter. Like, I had dreams of me fighting in heaven, like, as a little boy. And then, like,
Fighting in heaven?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had, like, a lot of vivid dreams like that.
Who was you fighting in heaven? Jesus?
No, I was protecting.
Oh, protecting heaven.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I
Gotcha.
wasn't fighting.
And people, I'm going to stop it right there because Ron Garcia said he had dreams of fighting in heaven. So I look at it like this. If you had dreams of fighting in heaven, that same, you know, that vivid image that you had fighting in heaven, somehow that spirit, that energy should have resonated down here on earth for you to go about your career. Like in heaven, that's a huge undertaking, right? To hold down a position like that, defending the pearly gates. You're defending them. You got to be special. You got to be considered a gladiator. If you was gonna defend heaven, come on. It's nothing else to say, man. Like he's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to MD Mills on that. What's good? He said, I think Canelo is going to end up having to fight Crawford. Hey, let's see how it is, you know, because Canelo's trying to take an easy route. He's trying to fight Edgar Bologna with you know, on rye with some pickles, lettuce, and tomato, and some Dijon mustard. You know, that's what he's trying to, and some carne asada. You know, he's trying to do something. fighting Edgar Berlanga, which is an easy fight. Come on, man. Come on. I dare you to just walk into Canelo like that without using your jab. Come on, man. And then Haney McGill, he may do it a little bit better to get on the inside and throw some combinations, but the man doesn't even back up, doesn't even move. He don't even get off line. He don't do any of that. So after he throw the combination, his head is right there for either a body shot. I mean, his body is right there for a body shot, hook, a cross up top, uppercut, anything, man. And you just think John Ryder was able to land and junk on them shots on Munguia. Imagine what Canelo would be able to do. Imagine what Canelo would be able to do, man. Look, McCrory had Edgar Bologna right eye. He had a mouse up under there. That was a little bit of belligerent mouse. That wasn't a church mouse. That was a little belligerent because McCrory was, if McCrory would have continued to fight, that mouse would have got bigger. That's all I'm saying. No head movement, and you want Canelo? Man, get out of here, dude. Get out of here, man. But, hey, y'all been great, man. Yeah, I know. They've been calling him Edgar Bumlanga. I try to stay away from calling fighters bums. You know what I'm saying? Because they are the ones that's going in there getting it in. They are, bro. They are. I try to maintain a level of integrity. I try to use a little bit of, moral compass when it comes to talking boxing, even though the sport itself doesn't have one. You feel me? So, man, y'all hold it down. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. As always, MKB on deck. Salute to you, bro. I see you. Everybody else that pulled up. Once again, shout out to Team Tucker on deck in the building. You know what I'm saying? I see Jahai and Jamali out there and Coach Tucker, Coach Terry, and Joe Daney. You know what I'm saying? That whole crew that's over there. And definitely Shaw News, one of the hottest on these on YTC streets, man. Continue to support the brother. And you know where you can find me. I'm out. Peace.